Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is a hoodie that is bleached. You feel me? And I really like it. True story, I found it. I find a lot of things. It's kind of ironic, but super funny. I guess, you got to be around to get it. You feel me? But I love this hoodie. Anyways, thank you for taking the time out of your very busy night to join me. I really appreciate it. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. So yeah, we opened up pretty on point. You feel me? We absolutely talk about nothing except for tonight's topic, or the first of four, because we have 4 streams a day. And by the way, thanks to all the new subscribers and viewers. I really appreciate it. The support is phenomenal, and I am very happy to have it. So I appreciate it. Um, we're talking about how tonight there's a presidential election coming up, and we've talked about it a few times on the channel, but I think there's a little bit more to say. Now, let's be clear here in one thing, and one thing only. The January 6th insurrection was a perfect example of treasonous people who think they're being patriotic. Now, hear me out, right? Because it's potentially like just a few months away from electing this guy who led this insurgents, who propagated and perpetuated what cannot arguably be anything other than treason. You feel me? But some people think that's patriotic. Here's the thing. There's different words for reasons. Different words mean different things. This is, in fact, something I'm not making up. You feel me? I mean, otherwise, how could we talk about nothing if every word we said just meant nothing? It's kind of weird to think about, honestly. But again, here's the thing, and this is specifically, to Alpha and Gen Zers, my fellow millennials, and, all the other old guys. You feel me? It's sort of like this. January 6th was treason. Anybody who thinks other than that is not about our country. There's a way to go about making change. And if you're president and still can't do it, then holy potatoes. There's a little bit more going on in the individual's mind, I'd argue. It's a tough job being the president. I think we can all agree on that. If you can't agree on that, then I'm not sure where you're like grounded in reality. But the fact of the matter is that being the president of the United States does require a lot of energy. It's a very time consuming and laborious sort of task for anybody, whether you're, already a member of the AARP for 20 years over, or you're just kind of entering into that realm of life, that era of life, right? The end of life sort of era. You feel me? Where people want to be president. I'm not sure, but again, here's the thing. We're talking about January 6th and about how very unpatriotic it was and how treasonous it was. So let the record show, you feel me, that myself, as well as millions of other people around this country, believe that to be true. Now, again, it's not more of something we believe in that anytime you try to throw a coup on the government, you feel me, that is not patriotic. What is patriotic is peaceful protest, is making videos 4 times a day complaining about how the world treats everybody, you feel me, and how sometimes something's got to be said about it. You understand? And even if it's, just making videos or having the conversation, you know what I mean? It's important because I really am not trying to be in a world where the guy who committed treason is back up in the White House, but I'm also grounded in reality and understand that maybe alphas and Gen Zs and millennials are just too busy to make a difference. I get it. We're just too busy. That's fine. We're just too busy. So why even talk about it? Well, because we're not too busy and it needs to be talked about. And the facts need to be as they are. A sore loser is a sore loser. And as far as I'm concerned, capitalistic behavior is not grounded in sore losing. It's actually perpetuated and only made possible because of competition, because of people who are better at that occupation and or just general thing in life than you are. You feel me? And there's nothing wrong with that. That's in fact the way to do it. You know what I mean? It's like, seriously, if I don't know how to do something, I'm not going to do Project 2025 and outsource this to non-governmental employees or reclassify them so that they can then be under the direct supervision of me instead of the government. All of which are going to happen if we elect Donald Trump to be our president again. Now, again, grounded in reality, based here, living on Earth, you know, with the polls as they are, and despite what Gen Zers and alphas and millennials think, I guess we'll see and only time will tell. But I would love to eat my words. I need to eat my words because this dude should not be our president. Now, he shouldn't be our president because of January 6th, and that's it. It's pretty clear cut and dry. That's all. You know, you've committed treason. You're not in jail. Be happy. Move on. Enjoy the rest of your life. Seriously. You know, there's really no other way to discuss this topic. If you think that January 6th was in any way, shape, or form the right thing to do, the legal thing to do, the lawful thing to do, or the way to go about making change, you, my friend, have some thinking to do about priorities in life, because we don't live, you know, in 1920s era where it's appropriate, where these things are allowed to happen. Democracy is very important to us. It's the only thing that keeps us kind of just like, you know, sort of in the economic sort of need for just, we're not going to use the word because it wouldn't be fair, right? But I'd, for the most part, argue that many, many, many more people want and deserve change than there are those who wish to maintain the status quo. You feel me? And again, I get it. You know, it's always like that. The peasants, you know, versus the bourgeoisies. I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that the election hasn't happened yet, and we definitely cannot. We definitely, it's possible to not have that happen. You know what I mean? And how many of us in this country would just be amazed, surprised, and just overwhelmed with happiness if, in fact, what we didn't want to happen didn't happen? Now, I'm not sure where that's going to go, but I do know this. If you support January 6th, again, you really, really have to reconsider what you think treason is, because it's a pretty big deal. And if you want to be on the team, that's like the one thing you can't do. You feel me? That's it. You can talk all the smack you want. That's the other thing, is we actually encourage that. That's peaceful protest. That's amicable resolution solving. You feel me? Like that's the way to go about it. Not to throw on some guns. You realize that the United States military, it's insane. It's truly insane to think that you could even like possibly make that happen. Again, this experiment right down here, you know, in Central North America is pretty relevant to a lot of us. And that means standing by our team, even when things are not going the way they're supposed to be going. We just got to be better people and look to ourselves to change the problems around us, not, you know, victim blame, just not do any of the things that we're doing. Seriously, just if we stopped doing those things and did other things, we'd be a lot better. Trust me. But here I am in my bleached hoodie in front of this camera, you know, talking to y'all about how I'm absolutely convinced, and there's no telling me otherwise. January 6th supporters, like bye-bye. You feel me? Like, that's, again, elect this dude the president. You feel me? There's going to be many of us who are going to be highly incentivized to join the political, you know, sort of world and make a difference, because it's too much, you know. And instead of getting all Proud Boys, you know, I'm going to take down the White House with me and my 12 armed buddies over here, which is insane. Okay? What's not insane is thinking that you can make some actual change just by voting the right way and by having your priorities straight in terms of who's really on your team. This dude ain't on our team, but again, only time will tell. So thanks for watching the videos, everyone. I really appreciate it. I'm kind of passionate about the subject, obviously. January 6th, I hear a lot about it. A lot of people support it. It's like, why? Why do you support that? Like, you would rather sit back from the comfort of your home and support terrorist organizations, terrorist behavior domestically, instead of like trying to actually be a better person? Is that the standard? You feel me? Like, because that's kind of weird if it is. I hope y'all have a great night, alright? Thanks for watching the videos.